protein slushy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Kaylee Champagne, and I am on my road to competing in my first NPC wellness competition. So I have my whole prep series going over everything. And if you're new, I have a lot of noises that revolve all of my animals because I have a bunch of kids running around. But today we're going to go over the cost of competing, because you know, it's not talked about that much about how much it actually costs and how much work goes into it. And it costs a lot of money. A lot of money. And that's a big factor in competing and a big thing you need to decide and save up for. So I'm going to break down all the costs. Obviously, it's not to the T of what it will cost because each coach is different, everything is different depending on the person, but I'm going to give you ballpark ranges around how much everything would cost so you can likely prepare for it if this is what you want to do. I'm going to start with the basic things first. So the first things that you're going to need is a gym membership. Yes, you can do at-home workouts, but really you're going to need a gym membership and somewhere that has cardio equipment. So gym membership, that ranges from $10 a month to $50 depending on which gym you go to and if you want to go to multiple gyms. I myself, I only go to one gym and it's $27 a month. So that's what you're going to need to start. And then the second thing is you're going to need a coach, nutrition, and a workout coach. It gives you your workout plans. Now, even coaches get coaches. It's very important to get a coach if you want it done effectively, and especially if you're your own coach, you're going to be way more lenient for yourself and let things go and not push yourself as hard because you're your own coach. So prioritizing getting a coach is top priority as well. And that ranges anywhere from $80 to $300 a month. It really depends on your coach. Most of them range in the $200 a month for workouts and nutrition. So that's definitely a necessary thing you need as well. Another thing is groceries. You're going to be grocery shopping all the time. You might be saving money because you're not going out to eat, but you're spending a lot on groceries. I spend at least $50 to $80 a week, depending on what I ran out of and what I need. But you're always going to be in the grocery store as well. So groceries is up there. Now we'll get more into the actual prepping cost of things. You don't have to get a practice suit. If you have a bikini, you can do that, but a practice suit is good. You can get one from anywhere from $30 to $200 depending on what company you go through. I found there's a lot of efficient cost ones on Etsy. Just get one off there, and again, you can just use a bikini. You can cut that cost out if you want to. The next cost is going to be posing heels. So you're going to start off with a practice heel before you get your actual show heels. Those cost around $40 to $50 typically. You can get them off Amazon or you can get them off the show heel websites. Then aside from your practice heels, you're going to get your actual show heels, and show heels can go anywhere from $60 to $200 depending on which heels you go with and what they fit with your federation of which heels. Then you're going to need your actual competition suit. Now those, you can get a used one, you can borrow one, you send it back type of thing. Rental, that's the word. But if you want to get your own, there's many different companies out there and they all have different costs. So you can get, one from $200 all the way to $1,000. Depends which companies you're going with, what style, and what you want for you and what you want to budget towards a suit. Mine was around $450, so it's right there in the middle, but you definitely want to put money aside for picking out a suit that you like. The next thing is going to be jewelry for show. Typically, they go with bracelets, at least two. Some people do thick bracelets, and then you do a pair of earrings, and some people do rings. Those are relatively pretty cheap. They do have those on all those other websites for shoes and bikinis, but I got mine off Amazon. Keep it simple. You don't need to go too crazy with them, but it is a good idea to budget some of it in your budget. Now, another thing that is very, very important, now I do not care if you're an amateur, get a posing coach. Posing coaching goes a long way. If you, no matter how great your physique is on stage, if your posing is trash, someone can outpose you and beat you. So in the end, you do need to put time and effort and money into a posing coach as well. Those prices, I've seen different coaches, they will either charge a half an hour to an hour. Someone told me they do $80 per half an hour. And then I know coaches that do $110 per hour. So it depends on how many sessions you want, how long of the sessions you want. But a lot of them have bundle prices, so you can get like 5 sessions for $450, $400. But you definitely want to put your money and time into posing. It's very important. Now, this is not completely essential, but it is good to add some of these things with supplements. Adding supplements into your diet. Those cost money. Since you're in a prep and you're eating less food, you're getting less nutrients, less micronutrients, it's good to use supplementation. So you need to budget having supplements in your diet for your whole prep. You can go with something simple with, multis, or you can go all the way advanced and get all different things. Like I take a whole bunch of different supplements and it costs probably $200 a month. So you can go from a $16 a month pill and you can get all the supplements to $200 a month. So it depends where you want to fall into with your budget. But adding supplements is not 100% necessary, but it is good to add some here and there just so you're remaining healthy. Now let's talk about actual show day cost. First thing you have to do is sign up with your federation. So mine's NPC, and you have to sign up for the whole year, so you get a whole year membership. And it's $350, and then you renew it every year. So that's the first thing you do. And the second thing you do, you're going to register with your show. Now you have up until like that week to register for both of these things, and it varies per show and how many classes or that you're going to compete in. So myself, I'm competing in 2 classes, and it was $130 per class. So depending on what you want to compete in, how many, you have to register and pay for that stuff as well. And then you have to put in transportation. So are you flying somewhere, or are you using gas to get somewhere? So you have to put in that budget. Next thing is hotel. You typically want to stay there the night before and the night after, because you're going to be tired regardless of how far away it is, especially if you're getting dinner after your show. So then you're putting in the hotel cost. So that could be easily $300. We'll go with $150 to $300 for a hotel. So that stuff alone costs a big chunk of money. Then actual show day, you need to do tanning. So are you going to pay for the tanners to tan you there, or are you going to get the DIY kit and do it yourself at home? DIY kit at home, I think is $108, I think, or you can buy bits and pieces of the collection from ProTan, or you can get it done at the show, which is typically around $150. So you decide if you want to do it yourself or you want to get it done. And then the next thing is going to be your hair and makeup. A lot of people choose to do their own hair, but if you want to take the stress off yourself, which is much better decision, have someone else do your hair, then that's another thing you want to budget, which is probably around $125-ish. And then makeup, when I paid for makeup is $150 for it, because you can obviously do your own makeup, but it is going to be a little more stressful if you have to do it yourself. So you want to be as less stressed as you can on that day. So if you can pay for someone to do it, I recommend doing it. But again, it's not a necessity. You can do your own makeup, but you will have to budget buying your own makeup for that show, because you will be tanner. Another thing that is not a necessity is your nails. So you can either get a pedicure and a manicure, or a full set, which is going to cost you around $150, or you can go to CVS and buy a nail polish color and paint your own nails, or get stick-ons for under $20. So it depends which route you want to go with. But again, it's not a necessity. You do not have to go get it done. You can do it yourself. And then after show, if you're planning on going out for dinner and having any post-show goodies, then obviously that stuff costs money as well. But that is just a little breakdown of how much things cost and what you're going to be paying for, because when you dive into it, you don't really know exactly everything you need until you're into it. So it's easily going to cost you a couple grand. And it's a lot, and it takes a lot of time, and a lot of physical time, mental time, and a lot of your energy. So you definitely want to put things aside and plan ahead for this and not just dive in. But I really hope this video helped you guys out, gave you a little idea of, how much a show is going to cost you. Again, it varies coach to coach, person to person, suit to suit, hotel to hotel, everything changes. But this is just a ballpark range to help you, see where you're at and what you can plan ahead for and just know what you're going to need eventually. But as always, if you have any questions or comments or anything, always comment down below. If just in case I missed anything and you need to find out something else. But always like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Remember, this channel can't grow without you guys. And, I really enjoy making these videos, and it makes me really happy, and I'm so glad to see you on my page. So again, remember guys, always strive for more, and I'll see you next week.